Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the BS Report. It's been a couple weeks, but John Stanko is back here with Kevin Bartnett. And Kevin, a busy couple weeks in sports. We had the NBA playoff start, we had the NHL playoff start, but we have to start with a different NBA story today. The commissioner, Adam Silver, coming down hard on what has to be one of the most controversial sports topics of the past decade.
Agreed, absolutely. Most of you probably know this by now, but Donald Sterling, the Los Angeles Clippers owner, was recording, and his voice was heard making racial remarks towards African Americans, and Commissioner Silver banned him for life from the Clippers, the NBA, and he was fined $2.5 million. That's nothing for him, probably.
No, actually, I know that. The original report NBC had was $5 million.
But the maximum was 2.5.
Exactly,
yes.
But NBC reported $5 million, and at the time, that was 0.5% of what he was worth or something. So it was literally going to be a 0.5% hit for him if he was fined $5 million. So now it's only 0.25% that he's fined $2.5 million. So the money means nothing to him at all.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah. That's nothing to him. But I think I have no problem with this whatsoever. I don't think that there's any place in the game for this, really. Especially like when you have like guys who represent the league in such a great way on your team, like Doc Rivers and Chris Paul, who's the union president.
Yeah.
So
if there was a worse team for this to happen to,
you have probably the best African American coach in basketball right now.
I think you do. I think that's
and
true.
You have the NBA players president.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, even though he didn't play for them, Magic Johnson still has been a pioneer, you could say, for the Clippers.
For the LA region.
Yeah. And the fact that he singled Magic Johnson out, who a lot of people look up to when he's done a lot for, like, not just LA, but the game in general, that was rude. I thought, and I think I had no problem with this whatsoever.
Neither did I. I'm not going to lie, I was a little surprised it was a lifetime ban right off the bat. I was a little bit surprised about that. Granted, I don't disagree with it. I thought he would have gone with the suspended indefinitely and then maybe more investigation leading to a lifetime ban. But I thought, you know what, great for Adam Silver. And if there's any better way for him to get off on a better footing with the players as a new commissioner, there's no way possible. He won over every single player in the NBA with this decision. Every single one.
For someone like Silver, he had something he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
He was like going and saying, "Oh, he's David Stern's mentor." He just separated himself from David Stern with this right now. Stern would not have come down on him this hard. Silver needs to say he's his own boss, like he's his own guy right now, and he did that today. This was a statement what he made today. He separated himself from the Stern era. It shows this is a new time for basketball right now, and I like it a lot.
I do too. It's some quotes from Silver during his statement, which came around 2 p.m. today. He said, "We stand together in condemning Mr. Sterling and Mr. Sterling's views. There is simply no place in the NBA for such words." And then I love the mic drop he had at the end of the press conference. Did you watch the press conference?
I did watch the press conference.
The last question was something about what happens if the NBA owners don't get the 3/4 vote. It was something of that variety, and he drops the mic, leaving, saying, "I fully expect to get the support I need from the other NBA owners. I need to remove him."
And he will.
Drop mic. Boom. Walk off stage.
He will absolutely. There's guys like James Dolan has already said that he stands by the decision.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty. They'll get it. That won't be a problem.
Yeah.
They asked him some tough questions during the press conference. Thought he handled it really beautifully, Adam Silver.
I think
this was a shining moment for him.
It was. He handled this whole entire thing fantastically, and I think what was great, I read this on Twitter and I agreed with it, is that I think you sensed a little bit of nervousness from him. And I think that was a good thing because it gave a personal touch to it because he's new at this. And I think it gave the idea that he didn't rehearse what he was saying like too much. He knew what he wanted to say. But I think that the little bit of being nervous and addressing this big issue gave him a human aspect, not the robot commissioner, like this is what we do, this is how we lay down law. This is a human issue. He looks human dealing with it because it's an uncomfortable issue. And I think that really benefited him. And I agree with you, though. He handled this entire situation the best you possibly could.
And it's not easy either. He's not even 3 months into the job yet.
Not even. Imagine this as your first big test as a commissioner.
Not even 3 months into the job, and like he's already has to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with every word you've said though so far. I mean, Adam Silver, he just got off to his reputation's already like probably as like a savior, you could say, for basketball.
Yeah.
In a way. It's just with Sterling though, you can't. I mean, the SEC Sports Show, and I don't really like saying like my personal views about things, but in the league that's almost 80% African American. You have several African American coaches, GMs, and several fans. It's it's a very wrong thing to say.
Oh my God, it's what?
And it's and I mean, people say, oh yeah, he got caught. I mean, he got caught. There's no way out of it. He got caught. If that's what he really thinks, he should not be in the game.
He shouldn't be in the game. I think this is an African American sport. There's no harm in saying it. More African Americans watch the sport than any other. This is just what it is in America.
It's like saying white people watch hockey.
Exactly. It's that's what happens. What amazes me though is that also there were reports of him being like this years ago, but due to lawsuits failing and plea bargains and everything, they disappeared. What Silver said today, interesting, says this action is in consequence of the past 3 days of the tapings of just those tapings being released in just this situation. He didn't say anything about the past reflected this decision. Maybe that's saying, listen, the other past things that we didn't catch him for, that was David Stern's fault for not turning it in. This is I have a silver plate on this. This is what I see now. This is what I'm acting on.
It's like right now, it seems like he's already a better commissioner than David Stern.
I mean, granted, David Stern made basketball more popular than it had ever been. Yeah. You can't deny that he did good things as commissioner.
What I don't like about Stern was there's 3 lockouts under him. So.
It's agreed.
3 lockouts under him. I don't like. I'm not a very good fan of David Stern with the Tim Donaghy scandal. How that wasn't. That I was not a fan of David Stern. Adam Silver though, I already like him though.
Yeah, he's laying down the law. I love the drop mic. I cannot say how much I love the drop mic at the end of the press conference. Just the question perfectly set him up. Drop mic, walk off stage, looking strong. I'm sure he took a big deep breath once he got backstage because, I mean, for that pressure 3 months into the job to deal with this situation, handle it as beautifully as he did, and look right at the camera when he said lifetime ban. Look right at the camera straight in front of him and say that without hesitating.
And his voice jumped up a notch.
Yeah, he knew it was a big moment. He knew he was making a big statement, and he did so perfectly.
I completely agree. But I think one thing that has bothered me about this, it's taken a lot of attention away from what has probably been the most exciting first round of the playoffs I've ever seen in the basketball.
There's been some fantastic games.
There's Game 3 of Dallas, San Antonio, Game 4 of Houston and Portland may have been one of the best games I've ever seen.
I remember you watching, you saying that the San Antonio Dallas game was a good old fashioned Texas shootout or something. Yeah. It was on Twitter. You said that. It was
Texas
fantastic.
Showdown.
Yes.
And then later that night, I think it could have even been topped by the Houston and Portland game.
I personally still think the Vince Carter 3 at the end of the game is the best game.
But
he still got game. He still got game.
Oh, he still got game. I mean, hey, he really can't jump anymore, so he became a shooter.
Yeah, but what's amazing is that the Spurs defended that play perfectly. Like, they did everything they could to stop that shot. That's a contested 3 fading away in the corner.
And he just nailed it.
He nailed it.
He nailed it.
You can't defend that shot any better than he did.
Nothing but net, too.
I mean,
unbelievable.
It has been a fantastic play. But I want to get your thoughts on another report that came out after the whole press conference was that the NBA was ready to boycott the playoffs tonight if Adam Silver didn't ban for life Sterling and fine him or whatever it was. They're willing to boycott games. I want to get your thought on that. Whether or not you think that was a good idea by the players to think that, or I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be hard for the players to play for a guy like Donald Sterling. I don't think that I didn't really like. I understand like how they came together with the thing in midcourt. They did their shirts inside out, but at the same time, like Donald Sterling is not just the Clippers. Like I think it would have been nice to say like we are one. Like they have a thing with we are one right now.
Yeah,
which I like
on
that.
The Clippers homepage.
Yes, yep. And I thought that would have been nice, like saying like if they maybe did even play with the logo. But I get how they're trying to take a stand right now, so I don't think that they would have boycotted. I think no matter what, he was getting a lifetime ban because this is something for Silver's reputation. He had to set something. I think that made himself look really good, and I think he was doing it anyway, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
The boycott, I don't think they were boycotting. I mean, these guys are paid millions of dollars to play basketball, and this is something that they love. It shouldn't. One man's thoughts shouldn't stop it. I don't think that. So.
I agree. I think it was just...
If they were willing to play Game 4, I think they would have played Game 5.
I am incredibly interested to see what the atmosphere will be like in Los Angeles tonight for Game 5. A series tied at 2. A great series. The Warriors and the Clippers. Great series. I'm really interested to see what the arena is going to be like.
Yeah, this is... I don't know if
There's never been anything like this going into a game.
I don't know if it's going to be like. I mean, the grit. They got to cheer for their team.
Oh, there's got to be a tremendous ovation when they come out of that tunnel the first time.
They got to cheer for the team. And I really feel bad for Doc Rivers. Really, I really do, because like that guy's been nothing but a classy guy for most, and like he's got to put up with this. He publicly said he wouldn't coach the Clippers next year if Sterling was still the owner. So,
I mean, he still might be the owner if the owners don't get the 3/4 vote. Even though it's highly unlikely that he'll be the owner, still possibility.
He's still banned, so like that's like he can't go to games. He can't do anything with the NBA.
He can't do literally nothing. That's got to
make it easier.
He got the Pete Rose treatment by the NBA.
That's got to make it easier. I think they should cheer the players. I think they should just go about it like really nothing happened, to be honest, because the team's still got to play. They still have basketball to play. They're in a tight series. It's 2-2 right now in that series. I think they got to go and support their team. So they still. I don't think the team should be put down by this at all, because as sad as it is, obviously it's not. This isn't just only his thoughts. So I don't want to get into that, but it's not
this
just
is not
his
a political
thoughts.
show.
It's just that he got caught saying it, and he happened to be the guy who owns the team. So I think they should go and play their hearts out tonight and do this for themselves and Doc Rivers and the management who put the team together.
I think it was Jeff Van Gundy on ESPN after this whole thing says, in a good selfish way, the players have to play this for themselves.
Yes.
In a good selfish way,
For
play
the
this
team.
for yourself and for your teammates. Don't play it for anybody else but you guys and make
for
a statement.
your coaches, they have, several African American coaches.
Yeah.
Tyronn Lue is also a coach on that team. So, and the management especially. I mean, management is not Donald Sterling, so he didn't form this team. So it's like everybody essentially but the owner. Like everyone's worked really hard this season. It's not even that though. It's like arena workers. Like people don't realize like there's these guys like who work for the arena and stuff like that. Like workers like who do the entertainment during the games. It's a lot of people like for sports teams. So like these are a lot of jobs here. So that have to come into question. They all got to come together. I think so. It's obviously it's sour for the league right now, but today it's definitely a good day, I think, for basketball.
I think it's a great day for basketball. I think everyone agreed with what Silver did on Twitter. From what I read, every single NBA player, analyst, they all think this was the proper thing to do. Now I want to ask you this though. Mark Cuban said yesterday that while he condemns the actions of Sterling and his remarks, he said this is a dangerous slope that the NBA is on, forcing an owner to sell a team. I want to get your thoughts on that. Do you think Mark Cuban has a point in saying that?
I mean, he's obviously a lot smarter than most of us. I mean, he's so young, and he's on the team for almost 12 years. So.
He's that young, that rich, and that successful. He's obviously very smart.
Yeah. So like he probably would know it a little bit better than we do. So I wouldn't want to say yes or no, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't know like the money situation, how that turns out, but I would love if even someone like Magic Johnson could buy a stake in the team.
Such an interesting idea.
I thought that would be nice. Maybe it would be nice to rub it into Sterling, have Magic Johnson buy a team. Magic Johnson didn't put a lot of money in the Dodgers, though, even though he owns
so much money.
$50 million for only 2% of the team, essentially. I don't know if he's got the money to buy the Clippers.
Well, the thing is, do you think he takes a percentage out of the Dodgers and puts it into basketball, where obviously he has more of a connection?
I follow Magic Johnson on Twitter, and he loves the Dodgers. I think he's done, even though he only owns 2% of the team, he's just been such a good face for that organization.
He has.
So I thought that would be a really cool thought, maybe. But I think let's also forget Magic Johnson is a Laker at heart. Magic Johnson cannot really go on with his life, I think, rooting against the Lakers.
I think that's interesting. That's what I want to know what Lakers fans' reactions would be to Magic Johnson getting the Clippers.
Because there was one reporter who asked if Magic Johnson, would you accept Magic Johnson?
And
Silver said he's welcome to try and purchase teams.
He's a part of the NBA family. We welcome him to be part of the discussion.
So
paraphrasing what he said.
It seems like it's not out of the ordinary, but I think Johnson is just too associated with the Lakers, where even though he's done a lot of good things for the LA basketball area and the Clippers too, I think he's too loyal to the Lakers. He played his whole career for them. He was a part owner of them once, so I don't as much as maybe I think it would be nice to see that for a good guy too. I don't see it happening.
Can we just talk about how also Sterling was cheating on his wife with this girlfriend and then talking to this girlfriend so poorly in this taping, like so rudely? Like also talking about how it's okay for this girlfriend to have sex with Magic Johnson. That's okay. Just don't put a picture of him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how insane that sounds?
Yeah, I mean, it's
like what's going through this guy's head? What's going through this guy's head?
He's clearly not all there. He's an old man. He said bad things. It's just I really just felt bad for the guys on his team. I mean, like, obviously, I definitely feel bad for all players in the NBA, like the the players. I was following all these players' Twitters today, and they had the tweets on the bottom of ESPN.
That was great what they did. The production putting up the live tweets of the reactions.
Live tweets.
Yeah.
You know what? He said what he said. He can't take it back. It's him. He as much as he could come out. He hasn't come out and said I'm sorry. So. He clearly meant what he said. So I think that just to stick what I said, that he got the lifetime ban and the fine, and it's done with now, and hopefully the owners come together and he can't own the team anymore.
Well, according to many, Silver is pushing for the owners to vote quickly and get this turmoil behind them as fast as they can, which I think is the proper move, obviously.
And then they can get it, and then they can recruit good owners, see who's interested.
And see who's
apparently,
interested.
Let's see if Donald Trump apparently is a guy who's interested. Apparently,
Well, he's already interested in the Buffalo Bills of the NFL, so
yeah.
let's see what happens.
He's got
there.
enough money to buy both teams.
No,
But...
well, he is a very rich man, but we'll see what happens. We'll take a short break here on the BS Report, come back and actually talk some NBA playoffs, the games that are happening, the big series. I'm sure you got to chime in. You already mentioned how you love this Portland-Houston series, so we'll chime in on that. We'll be right back here on WICR.